Hi. Today I thought that I would do something a bit different. I wanted to do a makeup tutorial and I'm going to do a BIBA makeup look today. I've always really liked 70s style. When I was younger, I had this Kevin Aquan Making Faces book. So I've always been interested in makeup, even though I don't wear that much makeup at all. I would just pour through this book, and I recently repurchased it. I got it right before the lockdown started, and I wanted to do some of the looks from it. And there's this iconic Kate Moss as BIBA, the BIBA look. So at the end of this book, he does all different looks. He does an Audrey that I was obsessed with when I was younger. I really liked Audrey Hepburn. My mom was into BIBA in the 70s. She liked to wear gunny sacks, prairie dresses, country, Victorian. She was the one who first told me about what BIBA was. BIBA was a store in London in the 70s. They had their own makeup line as well as clothing. And it was kind of like this fairy tale, goth, freaky, like doe-eyed, wide set, heart-shaped face with curly hair, like often wearing turbans or headbands. I'll insert some pictures. Some of these makeup looks that I'm looking at on my phone, I'm gonna kind of do a mix of them. And unfortunately, so the BIBA eyebrow is a very thin brow. I'm not going to cover over my eyebrows right now, but I'm gonna try to maybe like make them look thinner using concealer, and then I'm not gonna darken them at all because a lot of the BIBA brows were basically non-existent. A very thin, like 1920s. So BIBA was also in the 70s. It was a harkening back to the 20s. I washed my face and moisturized. This is a lip cream from Aesop that I've been using a lot that I love. It kind of just sinks in and it disappears. I'm gonna be using this heart mirror. And I think the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start with eyes and then I'm gonna do a little bit of skin. Like I said, I don't wear makeup and, oh, it's kind of loud. Like I said, I don't wear makeup usually, especially not face makeup. I don't like the way that concealer and foundation feel on my skin, but I'm gonna do it for this because this is actually a makeup look. Also, a lot of this makeup is really cheap costume makeup that I use for my performances. And then some of it's nicer. I wish I had some nicer, colorful eyeshadows because that's what this look is gonna be. A really like intense blush look with a lot of colors on the eyes. And the colors that I have are kind of gross. I'm gonna close the window. This is a Sephora color and the color is Shimmer. Oh, Under the Covers. This is really old. I know you're not supposed to use old makeup, but I definitely do. I'm going to use this Real Techniques shadow brush to kind of put like a shimmery white base down on my lid. And maybe I'll do one eye and then match it on the other eye. Again, I'm gonna go into my eyebrow. Maybe that'll help to lighten it up. Really, honestly, I'm not a makeup artist at all. I'm totally winging it. I think makeup is just really fun to do sometimes. And I'm actually going to extend this down as a highlighter. to be kind of like a shimmery base for the entire look. In all of the BIBA looks, I mean in the Kevin Aquan BIBA look, it's a little more localized, but some of the BIBA looks that I'm working from are almost like halos around the eye. And now I'm going to use the same brush, and I'm going to go into this blue Stila shade. It's called Aquamarine, and this is very, very, very old and very broken. It's kind of lost its luster. That shadow is not gonna work. So instead, I'm gonna use this Sephora. It's called Picnic in the Park. I really wanted this to be an icy blue kind of look, but I think I'm gonna have to use greens, which I, for some reason, have more of. I do have some iridescent pinky blue colors that I'll use after I get the initial color down. Why does it keep going over there? It's so weird. This look is gonna be really odd. I'm tempted to stop using these shadows for right now. Maybe I'll add a little bit of this yellow color. This color is a NYX shadow and it's called STFU, which means shut the fuck up. Kind of a rude shadow. I'm gonna do a little bit of yellow up on the brow bone. So far, this is like very odd. I think these shadows are just really bad. Not very pigmented and they're like shedding everywhere. Okay. Now I'm gonna use this cream shadow, which I'm not sure is gonna work over the powder, but this is a Glossier Lid Star in the color Lily. It's like a cream iridescent lavender. I'm gonna use that on the lid. It's not like the white was really like hanging in there that well. Also gonna go in this inner part of my eye. Which is where in some of the BIBA looks they extended the shadow in kind of like a round shape around the entire eye. The first time I saw a BIBA look on YouTube was Lisa Eldridge, legendary makeup artist. She did a BIBA look with vintage BIBA makeup, which is out of this world. Way better than this is gonna be. But it looked so fun and she just used so many colors. I'm gonna go ahead and use this purple on top of the white as a highlight again. Okay, I think that I'm gonna have to use my like iridescent cream shadows, which are of a higher quality, and I think that they're gonna work a little bit better. I'm gonna use this Stila liquid eye shadow, and the color is Sunset Cove. Oh. And this gives like a nice iridescent blue, purple, pinky that was kind of like part of the BIBA wheelhouse look. Again, putting some of that for a highlight. I almost want to go up like onto my temples. This is kind of space age looking right now, but I swear I'm gonna make it a little more gothy BIBA. I think that means I have to do some darkness in the crease. It's almost like a bruised eye effect, like a rainbow bruise. And I have this really nice Marc Jacobs liner. It's called the Highliner Gel Eye Crayon. The color is Peridot. I'm going to line under my eye. I find it very, very difficult to do the waterline, and I'm just not even going to mess with that right now. I am, however, going to try to take it all the way to the inside corner. I really like that color. I bought this eyeliner a year or two ago because my birthday is on St. Patrick's Day and I wanted to have a green eyeliner on my birthday. I'm actually going to use this now. It's a Makeup Forever cream stick. It's called a Waterproof Glide On Eyeshadow and the color is I-30. An Aquamatic. My old roommate Laura gave this to me. Shout out to Laura. I love this and I still use it. I'm going to use it on my top lid. Kind of connect it up to that yellow that I put in. All of these textures on top of each other are kind of working in strange ways. This is almost like, this is like a matte crayon and I'm putting it over iridescence. But it looks like it's working. The color payoff is good. This blue L'Oreal Infallible Longwear Eye Pencil. The color is Cobalt Blue. This is kind of going away from the BIBA look. This is almost like a rainbow Cleopatra. Hollywood Cleopatra, not actually Egyptian. I'm gonna use this totally gross Maybelline. This is the Color Tattoo 24-Hour Maybelline eyeshadow in the color Edgy Emerald. It's looking pretty peaky. Maybe after all this is over, I will invest in some new makeup that's nice. There's so many really cool eye palettes with like bright colors right now. I've just never found the reason to go for it. Since I only wear makeup when I do performances or videos and it's not, then in my mind I'm like, it doesn't have to be nice because it's just for a performance and I'm just gonna take it off right after, or it's just for a video and I'm just gonna take it off right after. So I'm using this Edgy Emerald in the crease. I don't really have a very prominent crease. I think I have hooded eyelids. That's what it's called. I'm taking it down into like the kind of bridge of my nose area. I wish I had like a black. I do have a brown, it's not very dark. Another NYX shadow, and we know how those NYX shadows are. I'm gonna try to it's horrible. I'm gonna use a clean brush and it was like I had a little rainbow going and then I just shat all over it. But it's such a cheapy shadow that it's kind of going away. And maybe even kind of doing the smoke thing that I want. I wanted to kind of smoke it up. I mean, this is like a kind of disco look. I don't even know. I think it's looking okay. I use this Stila gray pencil smudge stick waterproof eyeliner in Half Moon. Don't even know where this came from, but it is a really nice charcoal kind of gray. I guess what I'm trying to do now is smoke out those like candy rainbow colors. I'm actually kind of happy with this. We don't know if it's very BIBA, but I also have this Urban Decay shadow in the color Solstice. I'll use the same finger. Maybe this will give a little shimmer. Oh my god, I've just used like every single eyeshadow that I own on my eye, and it just looks like kind of like nothing. I think I'm going to use a little bit of this blue liquid eyeliner. It's a NYX eyeliner. Vivid Brights in Vivid Sapphire. I guess this is kind of like a Pamela Des Barres, I'm with the band, GTO's groupie look. Instead of a cat eye, I want a raccoon eye. Instead of Rainbow Bright, I want to be Rainbow Bruise. That's actually working. I think that's a good move. I'm going to go in with some concealer. I have 2 shades of the Glossier concealer. I think I'm going to use medium for my under eye concealing. Honestly, I haven't bought Glossier stuff in a little while. I really liked their stuff when it first came out, but I used to be able to go to the store in New York and it wasn't crowded, and I could just, it's kind of around where I worked, and I could just pick up whatever I needed and look around in peace. And then it started becoming like a crazy place with lines on the sidewalk every single day, no matter what time of day, what day of the week. I think because of all the tourists, it's right off Canal Street. I didn't really want to buy Glossier online when there's a store here, even though I couldn't get to the store. It just seemed silly to me, so I kind of stopped buying Glossier. I'm gonna use that white Sephora shimmery shadow that I used right at the beginning on my finger, and I'm gonna go right over what I just put on as like a bright-eyed under eye conceal. I actually really like that. Maybe I should just do that in normal life. But what is normal anymore? Normal life. I don't know when it's ever gonna be normal again. I'm gonna put on mascara. I'm going to curl my eyelashes. I use the Shu Uemura eyelash curler. These are kind of the eye as I see it right now. I might add more in a bit. I'm gonna use the Glossier mascara Lash Slick. I really do like Glossier. I have a lot of their products, but also most of them are just from when I bought them originally. I haven't repurchased many things except for the Boy Brow. I think what this video is teaching me is that I need to get some new makeup. Also, this under eye concealer is creasing into my 33-year-old wrinkles, which is really cute. Now I'm gonna go do my other eye and I'll be back in a second. I'm back. I did the other eye. Turns out the way that I did it initially was really confusing and it was really hard to recreate, but I think I did okay. Also turns out that doing makeup is really hard. And even though I've done it quite a few times for performances and everything, it's just like really hard. And I have a newfound respect for people that do makeup. To me, it always just ends up being crazy. I don't really know what to do about my brows. I kind of went over them with the shimmery white shadow. Maybe I should try to just... This is my disgusting brush from doing concealer, and maybe I should just like brush over them. I guess it's kind of like using a blonde eyebrow product. I don't think it's really like that at all. I'm just putting concealer in my eyebrows. So maybe now that they're kind of like lightened, I'm going to use a black liquid eyeliner. This is the Kat Von D liquid liner. I will do a little nod to the BIBA brow in my concealered eyebrows that are very thick. It was like the first nice weekend of spring, and I only went out to the promenade by my building because I was afraid of what I would find out there. I don't think I would ever wear this makeup out, but it looks like something. I am going to layer a couple different blushes. I think I'm going to do cream blush first. This is a Glossier Cloud Paint in the color Storm. I thought of this for the BIBA look because it's like a dusty rose. I really, really like this color. I'm going to try to do it more on the side of my face and on the cheekbone rather than the apples of the cheeks, and on the temple. I'm gonna go over it with, I'm gonna do this like shimmery peach. This is a Too Faced palette. Too Faced Love Flush in the color I Will Always Love You, but I bought this years ago and I bought it because the packaging looked like a Polly Pocket. It has that really cool like bunny pattern. So I'm using a Real Techniques blush brush, bringing it up into the temples. I have this like NARS mini palette that's Orgasm blush and Laguna bronzer. My friend in college used to have, I think it was called Double Orgasm or Extreme Orgasm or something, and it had like actual flecks of glitter in it, and I loved it. Like in spring and summer when we all got a little tan, we would just like rub it on our cheeks and have just like pieces of glitter on our face. Love that look. I'm just gonna do lips, and in some of the BIBA looks that I found there was like a glossy red, which I really like, but I'm gonna go for like this dark vampy Cupid's bow kind of like really dark lip. I'm just using a plum colored Revlon lip liner. The color is plum. I might try to overline my bottom lip. And I'm gonna use Bite Beauty lipstick in the color Plum. It's a really, looks pretty gross, but it's a nice dark color. Oh, this is actually working pretty well. I think it's kind of like rounding out the BIBA look. I think I'm going to put a little bit of gloss on top. This is the Glossier lip gloss in clear. I actually hate this. I don't know why I bought it, but in the BIBA looks, they definitely had like very pigmented glossy lips. So this is the finished look. I'm pretty happy with it. It took a long time and it was really chaotic, but I did it, and I'm going to put together kind of like a more BIBA-ish outfit, and then see you in a second. So this is the way I decided to style my BIBA look. I just looked it up, have a little more information about BIBA. It was a London fashion store, and I've heard it called a department store. And in the 60s into the 70s, it wasn't just in the 70s. And it was run by Barbara Hulaniki, who's a Polish-born fashion designer. Just a little BIBA information for you. I decided to style myself with a head wrap, which was kind of typical of the BIBA girl. Normally she would have really curly, wild hair coming out of the head wrap, but I think straight hair is another like typical look from, or whatever, my hair is wavy, long, from the 60s and 70s, so not every girl is blessed enough to have curly hair. This head wrap is, both of these pieces actually were from the Celia Burtwell Uniqlo collaboration that happened like years ago in 2013 or something, or 2014, 2012. Celia Burtwell designed fabrics and made clothes with her husband Ossie Clark, and then she did a collaboration with Uniqlo however many years ago, and I was super excited about it because I love Ossie Clark and Celia Burtwell's textile designs, and when you search for them online, they're like insanely expensive. So I bought this silk shirt dress, and it came with a tie that you can tie around your neck or your waist, and this was a scarf from that collection. I'm really happy with how this look turned out. It was kind of crazy. Thank you for bearing with me if you did. Thank you for watching this. I hope it was relaxing or something. I hope that you're healthy and doing well. We're pretty deep into this lockdown at this point. It's May 3rd today. I'm just gonna keep making videos and keep staying busy. I hope that you are too, that you're taking care of yourself. Thank you for watching. Bye.